So we're back today having a look at the Bitcoin price chart, seeing how things have played over the weekend and seeing if we're still finding confluence in our events here with the Bitcoin dominance finally coming up and tapping that 618 region that we've been looking at for quite a while now, and Bitcoin slamming into this liquidity region that we've also been expecting price to push up and reject from for quite a while. We're going to draw back to some examples from 2017 when we've seen the dominance act exactly like this, and funny enough, in that exact same moment when we've seen price react similar to the way it's reacting now. So let's jump into this video, have a look at the Bitcoin price chart and see why this week is probably one of the most exciting weeks we have here in crypto in a long time. So the first thing here we have is the Bitcoin dominance finally getting back to that 618, which we've been looking at for a few weeks now, expecting Bitcoin to make it back to this zone, similar to the way it did in 2017 when Bitcoin made it back to this 618 Fibonacci retracement right here. And then from there rejected, and we had the Bitcoin dominance breakdown, which meant this was the very first alt season in 2017. Now what's funny about this time is if you have a look at in this time, you'll notice that the altcoin dominance breaks down right here on the 25th of February 2017. Well, in this moment right here, this is the 25th of February 2017. So if you're wondering why this is interesting, this was the old all-time high, which Bitcoin had just poked right above, and then A, B, C corrected like so from this region to then go on, rally for one more high. And during this whole moment from the 25th of February up until early March is when we actually seen this dominance breakdown all February and all into March. And that's what led to our first alt season and when the altcoins outperformed Bitcoin. So now we have very similar market conditions playing out where we've had our first mid-cycle correction here for Bitcoin. As you can see, this is Bitcoin's mid-cycle correction in 2017 where price fell about 35% compared to today when we've had our first mid-cycle correction. Price has fallen about 31% here, and now we see Bitcoin back at those highs, sweeping liquidity where we wanted to see it sweep liquidity from, and potentially going in for that ABC correction. So best case, we see support found here at 99.5, and we see the ABC correction come in something like so, and then we see Bitcoin rally like it did in 2017, where it rallied from here after rejecting off its old all-time high, which is this blue line I have marked here. And then Bitcoin rallies, goes to that new high, chops sideways for a bit, and then that's when we see the altcoins really outperform. Similar to that, the dominance broke down in this moment after getting to that 618. So here we are right now, back at that 618 Fibonacci retracement level. And now we get to see how the dominance is going to behave at this level. Is it going to play out like 2017? Are we going to see that ABC correction? Or are we going to come deeper here and tap back to that $95,000 support level that we've been looking at from last week? It's hard to say, but either way, we're going to find out this week how price is going to react. And I think it's highly likely that we do finally see a little bit of a pullback and a correction in this market, whether it's a shallow correction here to the 99.5 region, or it goes a little deeper down to this $96,000, $95,000 region. Should provide a very good entry for a lot of trades. And if you've caught the XRP videos in the recent days, you'll see that XRP is coming in for that final C leg that we've been looking for, but we'll talk more about this in XRP's video tomorrow. However, this week, exciting week. We're going to find out Bitcoin dominance. Is it going to break down Bitcoin price chart now that it's grabbed liquidity from that top side, and it looks like it's rejecting from these zones already? Even on small time frames, it looks quite choppy here. Looks like a potential squeeze to the upside. And now we can finally see that ABC correction come in here, similar to the way it did in 2017 where we squeezed the old all-time highs after having our mid-cycle correction, and then ABC corrected, which led to the altcoins going crazy in this moment, even during all of this moment while Bitcoin corrected here. So I'll keep this video brief for you guys for Monday, but very exciting week ahead. We are on the cusp of finding out if price is going to react accordingly to the way it did in 2017, or are we going to see things play out differently where things just go parabolic in this final wave here for Bitcoin. Either way, I'll be back on Friday to keep you guys updated specifically on the Bitcoin price chart, and more excitingly tomorrow's XRP video where we'll go over how XRP has been reacting in this moment and what we're looking for on XRP to get into our first live trade here on the channel. But all is good. Dominance back at the 618, exactly the same way it played out in 2017 here, and price reacting the same way as it has in 2017. So big week ahead. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll be back tomorrow for the XRP update video.